Well, hello everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope you're having a good day, because I sure am. The filter system seems to be working perfectly, so every now and then I'll just come up, grab a few items, and just go and dump them into the system so that they can get sorted. So we have two options to dump things into the system. First off, we can just throw them all down this little chute. Now this will be, at some point, we will decorate it a little bit, build something around it. But for now, I just needed it to be functional. The other way, if we are down here in the system, we must just be careful not to jump into the water, and then we can also throw them into this little water stream, and they will just get collected, and eventually they will be filtered into the system. As you can see, cobbled deep slate, we've got quite a bit in already, and then where this is the one for calcite, and this is the one for dripstone. Now I'm not sure what is being filtered right at this moment. Ah, there you go. We've got some gravel coming into the system still. So I need to be careful, and that's why I'm doing it a little bit at a time, because I'm just afraid that things are lying in the water stream too long, that they might despawn. And that's not what we want. We don't need any of our thingies to despawn. Now the mission for tonight is going to be to decorate the to just cover up all the filters down below. Now what I'm thinking is that I'm going to need some item frames and a few signs, just so that we can mark what is in the various systems. Now item frames, I'm just looking through, it doesn't seem like I've got many of them on hand, so it is very likely that we are going to have to make some. That will mean we are going to punish our leather supply. That's alright. I think let's grab a few sticks, and that's definitely not going to be enough. Because it takes how many sticks? I think it takes 8 sticks to make one item frame. So we are going to need quite a bit more. However, I think, and we do have pale oak signs, not enough, but we will craft more. We are going to need more sticks. So I'm not sure. I hope 22 is going to be good. Help me, reason is taking over my mind. I saw a dream about the 5 towers. I know how they will look like. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Now, honestly speaking, I wasn't really planning to stream tonight, but I thought I still have a lot of work to do, and I better not slack off. So tell me about your dream. Tell me about what you what you saw the towers needs to look like. Well, I just make a few signs. I saw the character's backstory happening in front of my eyes. That's awesome. You know what? If things like that happens, that's always awesome. You know that I, at one point, considered writing a novel, and I got pretty deep into it before I eventually just stopped. I can't really say why I stopped. I think life just got in the way, maybe. Yes, maybe life just got in the way and I didn't really have the time to continue with it. What else? Do we have to go for any particular color? Or can we just do... I honestly don't know. Maybe white. We will go and try white. Alright. You know I will be here for at least 2 hours. So I will be waiting for you. In the meantime, while we wait for our Turkish friend to come back, let's see about how we are going to decorate this. Because now I first need to remember exactly how to do this. Is it... First it's a sign. Then we name the sign. Then we place the item frame. And then we get one of the blocks. We place the block in the item frame. And then we make the item frame invisible. Then I want to try using white dye. Alright. And then we glow ink it. How's that? Anybody, does that work? So I think that's what we are going to go with. Now obviously I need to sleep because night has fallen very quickly. Well, it's been 10 minutes, so night should have fallen by now. Anyway, we got a little feather from our friend, from Bella the cat. Alright, so I think next up, let's just do all of these. This is cobblestone. This is andesite. Then we have stuff. This one is going to be stone mega store. Does that fit in? Stone mega storage. Then we've got cobbled deep slate. And it doesn't fit. Maybe if we do it like this. Cobbled deep slate. This one is deep slate Then we've got granite. Then we've got dripstone block. Then we've got diorite. Then we've got calcite. Is it calcite or calcite? C or S? Calcite with a C. Alright, this one, it's cobalt, deep slate, mega storage. Alright, then we've got grass. We've got Podzol. I don't know why I've got this much storage for Podzol, but anyway, it is there. Then we've got, well, how do you spell amethyst? Amethyst blocks. Alright, then this side, I'm going to have to get up there. I don't know if I can. So this is grass. So I'm just going to do grass. Mega storage. This will be dirt. Mega storage. Then this is basalt or bath salts if you want. This is smooth basalt. This is black stone. Netherrack. That's spelled correctly. Netherrack. Ah. It's 2 R's. Alright. Then we are going to need some white dye. So let's just do this and get them all sorted. Alright, so they're all sorted. Then we need to get the item frames on all of them, which I hope I've got enough, but we'll see. Item frames going on. Alright, that's all the item frames. Next up, we need to start filling them, or filling the item frames with the items, and then just making the item frame invisible. Like so. Let's just go back to get some stone, because obviously the mega storage isn't going to have any stone. This will only start filling up with stone once the normal stone storage is, well, full. Okay, cobalt, deep slate. Then we've got normal deep slate. So you saw this light went on. That means that we now have quite a bit of that cobalt deep slate. So these lights are just sort of an indication to warn us when we don't have a lot of the item. They will all start filling up pretty soon, and then all the lights should come on. I believe I've got enough items for the most part to get the lights on. And this is cobalt deep slate. Needs to go in there. Oh my. Hey, welcome back. So you say it turns out Creek has quite the effect on the other towers. You can hit me up with a spoiler if you've got a spoiler for me. I just don't know. My second screen giving me a little bit of hassles tonight, it would seem. But anyway, also I realized that I forgot to send you the outside of the resin tower. Well, yes, you might have, but that's not a problem. Because now you have remembered and you can send it to me. So, right, another thing is that you might be glad to hear that I'm going to deal with this block vomit. I've changed my mind how I want to do this. I think I'm going to make it look, well, when I'm done, should look pretty decent. I'm just, oh. Then we need to get sand as well. Okay, once the stream is finished, I will check it out. Thanks. Amethyst blocks, we fortunately have some in here, so we can do this as well. Grass and dirt. I'm just gonna have to grab some from here. One grass block and one dirt block. Put that in there. Put that in there. Basalt. Grab one. Smooth basalt. Blackstone. Guys, I'm almost done with this. Netherrack's the last one. And we've got it. All the filters are marked. And now we can start, well, covering them up. Also, did you find the answer key to your language? No, to be honest, I haven't. It's been quite a hectic day at work today, so I didn't really have any time to spend on thoughts about Minecraft, if you know what I'm saying. You know, it is tough having a full-time job and trying to do Minecraft content as well. Because honestly speaking, I work, what is it, between 8 and 12 hours a day. Then I must still put some time aside for family time. And then I still try to get these streams done every day. So you can imagine that life is quite hectic at the moment. But it's all good and well, because I think the Minecraft streaming at night does sort of relax my mind, get my mind shut off from the work's problems and work things. And that's all good, I think. Well, my job, I'm not going to get too much into it on here, but I do work in senior management for a retail group. So that includes looking after branches, looking after warehouses, and quite a few other things as well. So let's just keep it at that. I'm not going to get into too much detail of what I do outside of content creation. I would, however, like to one day say my job is Minecraft and my sideline is actually what the real job needs to be. I honestly don't imagine myself being able to just do full-time content creation, but I would like that to eventually become sustainable, so that instead of having a full-time job and doing this on the side, I can do this as my sort of as my main income, and then just do other things on the side to supplement the income. Now, to be honest, I have no thoughts about that happening anytime soon. For now, I'm just doing Minecraft content because I actually do enjoy it. I'm not doing it for any other reason, just doing it because I find it soothing, I find it enjoyable, and it is a little bit of a passion project for me. Alright. I might have created an analog horror story. Well, horror, if you haven't noticed, horror is kind of the in thing right now. People do love a good horror story. Alright, now I need to see exactly how I am going to do this, because I do want to use the tough in here, but I might use a little bit of a variety of different sort of tough blocks. But I think the important thing is going to be I am going to need to get a stone cutter down here. So let's go and see if we've got one. And if we don't, should be quite easy to make one. I think the stone cutter I left over at the bone mill farm, or the bone block farm. How do you make a stone cutter again? Well, we do have one here, but I don't want to take it away right now. There you go, stone cutter, done. And while we are up here, let's see, where's my tough blocks? Here we go. Jeez, why is this so laggy? Hello, 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 hello. What have you got for me? Sea pickles. That sounds interesting. And gunpowder. Let me grab some emeralds. Oh my inventory is clogged up again. Not that that's anything new. Let's just drop some of these things in here. Emeralds. And let's see if we can get... So where do you think you're going? Yeah, this is private property. Yes, private property. You're not supposed to come in here. Well, that's alright. We got a few goodies from him. Okay, so spoiler. Craig couldn't get his soul to join the resin. The soul has been caught by something else in the factory tower. Alright. Sounds interesting. Just get these things out of my inventory. Done with these. Mob drops. Oh, that is pretty much clogged up. Alright. Let's go and see how we can decorate this thing. So I am thinking using mostly tough brick walls. Then maybe we can use chiseled tough bricks or polished tough. Alright, I'm going to make polished, going to make bricks, I'm going to make walls, and then we will see how this looks once I start putting it into place. The last book will be a recording instead of a journal. I just couldn't figure out how to make a security cam. What do you mean how to make a security cam in Minecraft? I'm sure if you Google it, there should be quite a few options available, and then we can always use flashback or replay mod to record footage. We can put a filter or video effect over it to make it look like it's security cam footage. I think that can definitely, we can do something with it. Before I do this, let me so I'm thinking we'll have a row of walls up there. Then we will have some bricks. I don't want to go too high now. Oh. Those walls are already too high. Going to have to bring them down one. So the walls will then have to be on there. Then we'll have a row of bottom slabs, just so that we get a little bit of depth into this area. And then I do feel that we should get some torches. That work. Should we do that? I think we can place them the back of that block. It shouldn't affect anything. So 1, 2, 3. So that might not work exactly the way I want it to. Oh, you know how to make one in real life. All right. I'm using Bedrock Replay Mod. Replay mod is your job. I can explain what's going on though. Yes, look, well, I actually stopped using replay mod. I'm using flashback mod now. Flashback mod I find just gives me better quality videos. Flashback mod includes sound, which replay mod doesn't do. And yes, it's just with flashback, if you skip forward and backwards, it also just it processes a little bit faster than what replay does. All right, so I think this is looking okay. Now I'm not totally sure about something here. So maybe let's just get a few of these blocks as well. Um, so I need to figure this out and see how I'm going to really do this. Maybe if we put, let's just see, chisel tough bricks for these ones, and which one is gonna work better? I think the chiseled bricks is going to fit in better there. But you see, you need a brand new tower model if we're getting professional, because my builds look ancient to show how it's affected by time and resin. But you know what? The thing is, I like the idea of the towers looking ancient, because that is part of the towers has always been there. Or what I've got in my mind is that the towers has always been there, and so them looking ancient has a certain level of, well, I don't know how to say it, but it does, um the towers looking ancient does really fit in with the ideas I've had around what I wanted to be like. No, those things probably fell in. Oh, they didn't even fall. They're up there. Okay, if we're showing the story, the reason shouldn't be there yet. Yes. So if I'm going to make a little bit of a, let's say, a short movie about it, I'll definitely have to have a tower that hasn't been affected by the resin yet, but it needs to be the exact same shape and everything, so that we can show that with time the resin took over. The resin basically worked itself into the tower. But I would think that you should at least start making some notes on your thought process, because I can promise you I am probably not going to remember half of this by the time I get to the point where we can actually start working on those towers. My mind is full of so many different thoughts. I simply can't remember. Um, to be honest, I can't remember what I was thinking about the day before yesterday. So I think I need to go and get a few more torches. especially if I want to light all of these up. So I'm just adding the torches back there, both for, first of all, to have a little bit of light back here. And, well, even though most of these blocks should be totally unspawnable, but just to be safe. And then the torch light also does come through the walls up here, so that's just to add a little bit more light to this area, because it does have quite a few dull spots. Now these are bottom slabs, and mobs cannot spawn on bottom slabs, but whenever we are down here, I want it to be a little bit gloomy, but I don't want it to be too dark. So I think I don't have any coal down here with me. I'm just going to need to pop up to the surface to grab some coal so that I can make a few more torches. Now, well, I can just take one of these coal blocks and do this. Good. Then we can just finish with putting lanterns behind every one of these blocks. As I said, lanterns, torches I mean. These torches shouldn't affect the function of any of these filters, I believe. There you go. That should be good. So it does feel that all these hoppers might be causing a little bit of lag. Or maybe there's just some other reason or something running in the background today that's causing a bit of lag on my side. Because I don't think it's a problem with frame rates. Well, it is. The frame rates are a little low. Alright, that's all the torches we need. Let me quickly just check. Video settings, 30 chunks. Oh, max shadow distance. Sure, that doesn't need to be that high. So you say chests are more laggy because chests are entities. But isn't hoppers entities as well? Because I do think hoppers causes more lag than chests does, but then again, I might be wrong. Alright, so I think this wall is starting to look halfway decent. Yes, I always knew that this area is going to get a little bit laggy, but the honest truth is that I really do need the I do need the storage, so I guess I'm just going to have to deal with it. This little corner is going to be a little bit off. Let's just see. I can work with that. Ooh. That's not nice. Okay. That's better. Hoppers are checking every slot in the chest every few ticks. Yes, that does make sense. But for a storage system like this, you do need to use chests and hoppers. Now, every one of these modules are capable of holding just over 21,000 blocks each. Cover the hoppers once without anything on them. Put a composter. They are checking for item every tick, and composters have one slot, so it's less laggy. Look, that, yes, I've heard about that, but I've also that problem has apparently been fixed in Minecraft 1.21.6 already, I think. So that shouldn't be a problem anymore with the hoppers. If the hopper has nothing on them, but all these hoppers do have something on top of them. There's no hoppers that doesn't have anything on top of them. They all have something over the top. All right, so once all these lights start coming on, then we are going to have a really nice bright area down here. Yeah, it's less laggy, but still laggy. But I think I can deal with this. If we have a look, I am getting like 60 plus frames per second for the most part. Dropping to 55 or so every now and then, 47. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad, and we are definitely not going to be spending too much time down here once we are done with this with the decoration or walls or whatever. I do find building quite relaxing, even though my block placement isn't that high, so I don't build all that fast, but I do still find it really relaxing. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I enjoy playing this game. And once you start placing blocks, you can just sit back, chill, and relax a little bit. All right, you must have a nice evening further. Thanks for joining me again today. You are definitely becoming a regular. Tomorrow is Friday, so tomorrow evening, same time, same place on YouTube. Over the weekend, I might switch it up, streaming on Twitch. I've got this itch to try and have another go at hardcore Minecraft, but I'll be doing that on Twitch, maybe on Saturday and Sunday evening. Then we can be back here, like I said, tomorrow evening on YouTube, and then after the weekend, we'll be back on YouTube. So enjoy your evening. I will definitely speak to you again tomorrow. Thanks for popping in. Now we just need to see if we can finish this wall and then start finding a way, or start finding something to do with the ceiling. Now I do have an idea for the ceiling. I'm thinking you guys can make the choice between either, I was thinking either spruce for the ceiling or dark oak. I do want to maybe like curve it up a little bit to the top, to the center here. We'll just have to figure out how to best do a curve as smooth as possible. Kitty cat, you can just sit still. Thank you very much. Alrighty. So let me quickly finish this. We are almost halfway with this. 3, then one of those. Then 3, one of those. In this little corner, it's going to be kinda strange again, but that should be fine. I think we can just fill in the corner with these. Not there. This needs to be a chisel tough brick. So I don't know whether this is looking a little bit too much of the same, but we will see once I've got the wall and the ceiling in. If I can find any way to just jazz it up a little bit. I'm sure we should be able to figure something out. Now everybody, tonight my voice does feel a little scratchy. Don't know whether I'm coming down with something or what is going on. And then also I'm still trying to dial in the microphone settings. So please bear with me and let me know how the microphone sound is coming through. If it's too hollow or if there's anything you can recommend, please don't hesitate to post it into the chat. Now, I have been tweaking the settings over the last week, and I can't believe that I've actually had this microphone for a week now. As I said before, it is a loaner, so I would at some point need to decide whether or not I am going to be getting myself a new microphone or not. So far, this mic has been sounding really nice, much better than the headphone microphone that I have been using. But I do need to figure out the settings, because this is a pretty nice microphone, especially for what I'm doing. I think the main thing is just I need to figure out the settings, get it set up properly. One thing I do have to say, this microphone is really good at eliminating background noise. I know I've had quite a bit of trouble with the previous one with regards to background noise. Where I live, it is summertime, it is rainy season, so there's always a lot of crickets out, and they do make a hell of a noise. And this microphone has really been keeping up with the noise quite well. I have to say, I am quite impressed with the way that it's been dealing with the background noise. Alrighty, let's see, do I have a slab to put in there? I certainly do. And then we can just pull those, and then I need the polished andesite slabs for the rest of them. That's good. Now we can just take off these so that we can fill it in with the tough walls. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, but it should be fine. It should be fine. I'm going to leave it there as is. Alright, so I seem to be into some sort of rhythm with this. All done. Alright. Now let's start. Next up, we'll place the walls. So the walls I'm doing here is just to give a little bit of extra depth to the wall. Just to keep it from being absolutely flat. Alright. As usual, I'm going to be short. Oh, excuse me. Just make a few more walls and then we can get them in. Like so, and then we need to fill the rest up with bricks. Which I am so definitely not going to have enough of, but I do think we should have a few bricks available to us. Or we should have some tough blocks which we can turn into bricks available to us. And then we can just simply fill this in. like so. So there's a zombie behind me. I keep wanting to look up around me or turn around to have a look if I can see where the zombie is coming from. I keep forgetting that it's the zombie that's in our little zombie farm or iron farm. Now this is another issue here. Because I think I would want to be able to get in there. So maybe we should just do this. And then we'll place a door right there in the corner. Because even though we're not going to... Well, I don't think we're ever going to need to come into the corner back here. So I can probably just do that. That. And close off the corner like that. We can, however, just put a little lantern in there for light, because this is going to be dirt and that's going to be grass. It will just give us a little bit of an indication that we can get in there. Alright, we are making progress. I think this wall is coming along nicely. I just need to finally decide whether I'm going to use dark oak or spruce for the ceiling of this little storage area. I need to think about this as well. Alright, so I don't think I'm ever going to need to go back there, so I can just close it up. This one. Alrighty. Almost there, people. We are almost there. Oops. And we are actually there. How is this looking? I think this is coming along nicely. So this iron farm, I have switched it off because I don't want to deal with the noise from the zombie is enough. We do have a little bit of iron in there, but up top we've got more than a barrel full of stacks of iron blocks. So I don't need to generate more iron right now. Alright, now the next thing would be to just sleep the night away. And if you just hang on, let me get a sip of water. As I said, my throat is really, it does feel a little bit scratchy tonight. Not really scratchy, but it does feel like I'm actually maybe coming up with some sort of throat issue. So I need to constantly be drinking water just to keep my voice going. Decisions. Anybody in the chat know or have an idea? Should we be using spruce or dark oak for the ceiling? Which is going to work better with the tough blocks, do you think? I've got access to all the wood types, So if you've got any ideas about which would be working better with the tough blocks, I would highly appreciate the heads up. Then, all right. Let me go and grab some wood so that we can actually see. So I don't want to use, but maybe on second thoughts, how would the pale oak look? Because I am thinking, a kitty cat, just where do you think you're going? Come back here. Just sit still for a moment. Let me think. How would the pale oak logs or pale wood, what is this? Pale oak stairs. Would that work here? Hmm? I think pale oak could actually do the job for us. The pale oak does have a little bit of a, maybe a pinkish tint. Not totally sure. I'm thinking this could actually work. Well, I've got this much in already, so I think let me just commit to the pale oak then. I mean, it doesn't look absolutely horrible. So let's make a little bit more and just see if we can figure out the ceiling shape here. And maybe we can just start getting a little scaffolding going on here. Oh my, that wasn't a nice spike. Let's see. So I can't go any higher. So we're going to have to build scaffolding right in front here, I think. Let's get another stair up there. one more like that. And then we'll just fill the rest in with slabs. Okay. All right, I think I can live with that. I think that will kind of work. And I feel like now I have pretty much committed to using the pale oak stairs up there. So we're definitely going to go with that. Let's just see. That one like that, one like that. All right, I think, yes, we're going to have to go all around here with this sort of design. And then maybe we'll have to bend the corner or not. Maybe we'll... This entranceway just be flat, so then we go right around with the pale oak stairs. And that's going to be the best action we can take. Now the ceiling is quite high up, but that's because of this little iron farm that we've got right in the middle. Now let's go up top for a little bit and just touch grass, get a little bit of sunshine on our faces, and grab a few more pale oak logs. So for those of you in the chat that hasn't seen the builds so far, we do have a little bit of a barn down here. I don't know, currently my game does feel like it is lagging quite a bit, but the frame rates, well, again, the frame rates has gone down to the 30s, which isn't all that nice. I do think having that storage system down there is causing a little bit more hassles in terms of the frame rates than I would have liked. Now it seems that it is getting dark and I am quite hungry, so I'm going to need to eat a golden carrot or two and have a little bit of a sleep. Let me just grab some of these pale oak logs, and then we can go downstairs to sleep. So that the kitty cat could maybe bring us another gift in the morning. Right, another piece of chicken. You trying to tell me something, kitty cat? Alrighty. Let's get a few stairs because we are going to need quite a bit of these stairs now to finish this ceiling. Now originally I didn't want to I didn't really want to put lanterns in here, but I'm thinking that we could just hang a few lanterns from a couple of chains down here underneath the ceiling. But first of all, let's see if we can just actually get the ceiling in. We'll see if we can make any good progress on the ceiling. As this is high up, I should actually get myself a happy ghost. That might make working on ceilings, especially high ceilings like this, a little bit easier. There you go. Sorry, I just need to so I don't know why I am actually so far behind on my second monitor. Right, that seems a little bit better. All right, let's get back to this. And precious as they are, seems I'm going to lose one of my stairs. And now, oh my word, if I could just place them in the right orientation. That is the trouble with working so high up, is that I keep misplacing these stairs. And I guess the right way would be to just put up some scaffolding so that I can work a little bit easier up there. But I want to see what this is going to look like. Now initially I wanted to use either like dark oak or spruce, but I'm thinking the lighter color just makes it a little bit better down here, since we don't have all that much light in here. Now I do not believe the golems would be able to spawn this far back. I think I did read somewhere, or somebody told me or said in a chat that I was following, that the golems can only spawn up to 8 blocks away from the villagers' beds. And this is definitely more than 8 blocks away, and I think if we were to get close enough, there shouldn't be space on top of these stairs for the golems to spawn anyway. But let's see if we can finish this and then just figure out how far these stairs have to come. I already used a lot more than I thought I would. But that's alright. We've got plenty more where that came from. Alright, so I think this... I'm just going to bring it straight over. Like this. Alright, one layer done. Now we need to do this little scaffolding thing, otherwise it's going to be such a pain to do it, and I need to eat. I was planning to eat before and I just never did. But alright, now we are doing a little bit better, I think. That should give us a little bit of space to work with. Might have to just come in a little bit further and alright, this is much easier than standing on the floor looking up. Much easier, much quicker, much more efficient. Now my scaffolding is going to fall, and that's going to be a different problem. But we can maybe just do this, because these are half slabs underneath here. The scaffolding doesn't, well, would we say stick? Because scaffolding doesn't like half blocks, it would seem. Right, but now that one didn't connect the way we wanted to. Is that all right? That is correct. Nice. Now let's see if we can bring this one around. Now, didn't I put the... Is the cat now? Oh, that's the wrong place. Let's see if this works out. All right, that seems to work out. Now, where's my kitty cat? Oh, that's a different cat, because my cat Bella is sitting right here. All right. I think we should put another scaffolding up right here. Ow! I keep doing that, which is so unnecessary. All right. Just more stairs. Cool. Oops. That was definitely the wrong orientation, and it is nighttime again. Come, Bella, let's sleep. Hmm. You can just sit still. Now, did I? Okay, my eyes is working. For one moment, I thought I might have switched off the whole smart fresh animations resource pack. All right, so I've got about like maybe 20 minutes left. Let's see how far we can get with the ceiling before I need to. Well, I actually do want to finish the ceiling before I log off, so I think I better log in and get this done. Let's see. All right, thank you very much. I guess I can just as well make all of these into stairs, and it's still not going to be enough, but then we'll have to go up to the surface again to get a little more. This one. Ah, I knew it. Right. This should be good. Then I should be able to place them from this side without messing it up like that. So working up on scaffolding like this, looking up, I tend to fall off quite a bit, which isn't necessarily a good thing, because falling off means I have to get back up, and it sort of kind of wastes time which I don't really want to be doing. I mean, who likes wasting time? When you're busy with a bigger build like this, it's not always ideal. And these stairs can be a little finicky sometimes. I think I should just do like so, and then that one should connect. All right. Then we can do these ones, and that one should connect on the turn. And this one. Oh, that's good. That's awesome. Right, so we can go up to this space here. Should actually be able to get those in. Ah, I knew it. I was just waiting for that to happen, because it always does. Okay. Next part of the scaffolding needs to go in, let's say about here. And again, I'm going to miss one block. Well, that's not too bad. Should be able to get this in. And then this. Well, scaffolding is all up. But I do believe I've got another stack right in here somewhere. Well, not a full stack, but close enough. And I think this should be enough to bring us all the way around. All right, we're making progress. We are almost done with the stair part of the ceiling. Then we're just going to need to put in a few slabs as well. So that should turn like this. Should get another one in. Great stuff. And will you stay? Thank you so much. And not thank you, because that's the wrong orientation. But that should be good. And then we can just fill in these ones, and then the top row should go like that. Awesome. This really is coming together now. Let's see if I actually didn't misjudge myself this time, which is always a good thing. So, anybody new in the chat? Why don't you just pop into the chat, say hello, post a smiley face if you don't really want to talk. You're more than welcome to just sit back and relax, enjoy the stream. My name is Henry Yu, if you haven't been here before, and currently we are working on the the ceiling of this storage room. The storage room has been built to basically store all my stone type blocks, from stone, cobblestone, tuff, deep slate. All of those type of blocks can be stored right in this. We've got roughly about space for I think just over 21,000 of each of the blocks, and this is basically for all the stone type blocks. As I said, cobblestone, stone, tuff, diorite, granite, all of them have a little slot in here. And I think, I don't know, is it dark enough to sleep? Yes, it is. Come on, don't you go away. Just come and be a good kitty cat. Didn't even bring me any gifts today. That's alright. Bella has been bringing us all sorts of gifts, like rabbit hide. She's brought us phantom membranes, feathers, string, all those goodies. And exactly as I thought. Now, how many more logs are we going to need? Maybe I'll bring maybe another 2 stacks down. And we are just going to go up with the bubble elevator and grab a few. Geez, I'm probably going to have to plant a few pale oak trees in the near future, because we are using up all our supply. Maybe I can just turn those into stairs, and hopefully we will now have enough to finish this little ceiling. So I was considering, at one point I was considering for the ceiling, I was considering using either dark oak or spruce for the ceiling, but ultimately I decided on the pale oak because this is quite a dark room, and I felt that the dark oak or the spruce might just make it feel a little bit darker than it already is, and that sort of made the decision for me. Now we need to get another little bit of scaffolding up here, and that's too much. This should be wide enough now to finish the ceiling. I think maybe it will come up to round about there. Perfect. Alright, again, what I'm busy doing right now isn't exactly the most exciting thing. Definitely not the most exciting part of playing Minecraft. But it is necessary. Because we need to make our builds look, if not perfect, at least halfway perfect. At least it needs to look decent. I'm not the best builder. I've never claimed to be the best builder. But I am trying to put together something that looks at least kind of nice. And once we are done with a little bit more decoration and everything, I'm sure this is going to look perfect. Oopsie. Not like that. So, and then this one. There you go. All the stairs are in. Now one more thing. This, I'm going to need to get a few pieces of, or a few slabs into the roof over here. Now, I just want to see if we can reach. Yes, we'll be able to reach. So now I'm going to need to, obviously now I have made too many stairs, which is another problem on its own. But anyway, I think I can use the stairs as fuel in a furnace if I need to. Because waste not, want not. Let me quickly go and just turn these into slabs. Don't know whether that will be enough, but I mean that's definitely enough to at least start off with. And then I think I'll use my fortune pickaxe because I have plenty of stone. Now let's see if I can just go this far. Hopefully we can reach the rest from the other side. Then I just need to take out all of this so that we can replace it with slabs. So I do want to use a row of bottom slabs, and then we can use a row of top slabs. I think that will work beautifully. But not beautifully like that, obviously. I need to go right there. And then like so. I think this is going to work out beautifully. What do you think? Now that I'm going to need a quartz pillar, which I should have somewhere in a chest. Alrighty. I call this making progress. Actually going to be able to reach. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful progress. Alright. Multiplier. It's the right pickaxe for the job. So that one, I'm going to take that out. I'm going to need to come back with a quartz pillar to fill that in. That's not right. Needs to be right about there. That block also needs to be replaced. So when I was building the iron farm, I didn't think I'm going to go even higher with the ceiling. And now I actually did decide to do it. So anyway, let me just... Now we can remove these. I'm thinking, should we put a few lanterns before I break the scaffolding? Just want to see about the lighting situation. Let me see if I've got a few chains, which it doesn't look like, even though I think I can easily make some. That should probably be enough, I think. So let's go back and just see how... Scan the chain. The chain should be able to connect. Gonna go 3 down and then put the lantern. Is that going to work? I think that might work. 3, 4, 5. So let's go on this block again. 1, 2, 3. And put another lantern. Then I just want to fill in, get this corner done. Get this done. And 1, 2, 3. And a lantern. All right. So that just lights it up a little bit more. Then we will need to see this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I might... Alright, now I'm a little bit stuck again. Because I might want to put lanterns on this side as well. But I'm not sure exactly how to space them out. But anyway, let's just do a little bit more. Well, I'm going to need some more scaffolding first. I think we can break it up to here. Right, let's take this out so that we can replace it with slabs. This row needs to be up there, and then we need to just fill it in. Obviously not like that. Alright, so any thoughts on this little roof of mine? I mean, it is coming along rather splendidly, if I have to say so myself. I think we're just going to need to go and find a few of those quartz pillars to just get into those corners while I am close enough to do that. Alright, so I'm only going to need 4 of those pillars. I should have, I don't think I've got any down here, but I should have more in this building. No? Sure, I have somewhere. Not in there. I was sure I didn't use all of them. It seems we're going to have to take a little detour quickly. But that's alright. I think it's time for us to touch grass and maybe just go and visit our little worker villagers over at the village. Now this horse of mine is so nice and speedy. I do so enjoy traveling on horseback. There you go, and down here we've got a few villagers that's always willing to trade us. I'm just going to... Oops. That's not nice. And you can just trade as much of this as possible. Wow, that's 60 quartz blocks and 60 quartz pillars. We certainly don't need that many for right now. And I thought, since I am here at the villages, I should just as well grab as much as I can. Horsey, I think you can just stay right here. And so, and you know what? I didn't check these chests, and there's all my quartz. So I didn't really need to go there to the villages. But at least I wouldn't call it a wasted trip. Because we are always going to need more of these. So I'm just going to need 4 of them for now. The rest I can put back in the chest. Alrighty. Now I'm going to have to scaffold the back up here. To just get this one in. Can I not reach? Right, I don't want you to go in like that. Now I'm going to lose that one. Alright. Unfortunately, it is what it is. We're just going to have to go and get more. Ooh, I hear a slime. So I do believe... Oh, there's no slime there. I do believe this corner is a slime chunk. Because I have had a few slimes spawn right in there. Which is nice to know. There you go. Now this I can take down. Let's just extend it. Oh. I should have known. Really? Anyway, we should be able to reach. It's not a problem. It's just inconvenient sometimes. I do wonder if we... But... Ow. Shouldn't we? Okay. We can't. Anyway, I should be able to reach. Definitely. That out. This corner we need to get one of these in, and now this is going to be... Maybe if we take that out and get in the wrong place. Oh my word, all this up and down seems to be just part of this process. I believe it needs to go in there. Right. Alright, let's maybe finish in this direction so that we can just get this lantern in this corner. So we said we're going to go down 3, 2, 3, and then we'll put a lantern. Alright, and then we need to... Oh, those blocks I'm just going to silk touch. And let's see if we can go around the corner like this, and this. Ah, I knew it. Alright, so another side done. We are getting there. We're almost there. Now, something I do want to consider is exactly where I'm going to, because I do want to maybe place another lantern in the middle around here somewhere. But I need to figure out exactly where would be the right place to do that. And well, let's just count the blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So it needs to be on the 14th block. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it needs to be right over here. So right next to the dirt. Now I don't have enough chains with me. I think we can just put one chain up there. Then at least we will know where we need to be. So it's this one. Right there. Right, let me grab some more chains. Unfortunately now for the chains I don't need to go all the way up, because we do have a little bit of iron right in here. And well, let me just grab that. Well, a whole stack of chains. That's awesome. We did say 1, 2, 3 down, and then we'll place a lantern. Alright, so now we can basically get all this scaffolding out of the way. That's perfect. I'm almost done with the ceiling, so I think we can just chop it off right here as well. And then let's see if we can get in line with this one. So it will be right next to cobblestone. Now will it be... Leave it should be right here. No, it shouldn't. Needs to be on the other side of cobblestone. So it should actually be right here. Cool beans. Ah, feather today. Not particularly useful, but thank you very much. Now, for that piece of quartz that we lost, I'm just going to have to go grab one more. And while we are up here, let's just throw this copper in there. And then we really need to make work of finishing with this ceiling up here. Now I do think should just go like so, and then extend it. Sure, that will work, thank you. Should be able to put that one in there. Perfect. Great stuff. Now we've only got this little corner left. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Now, why would you tell me that I not add quartz up there? We're just going to do that. Believe that will work. Alrighty. Now let's get these in so that we can add this chain to 3 and a lantern underneath. Now I don't know how far. Only 2, but that is enough. And actually take that one out as well. Alright, last little piece of the puzzle that needs to be filled in. Now I'm going to need to do this. I don't know. Can I? Yes, I can. I knew it. Oh my. Is that going to be a thing? Oh. So then I believe I'm going to have to... Is it? Yeah, that's definitely a thing. Going to have to bring quartz. Or are we just going to... Yeah, I've got a plan. I've got a plan. Let's... grab some of these. We definitely don't need to burn down this ceiling that we've spent so much time on. I believe that should be good enough. I do hope these blocks don't catch fire, as that will be a disaster if this whole place burns down. Which is something I did not really consider, to be absolutely honest. I believe this chain needs to come in here. And then we must just fix this floor where we've had all those scaffolding situated. Then we are pretty much sorted for this room. Now I need to consider and think how we are going to make this look a little bit more interesting, even though I don't know. Do I need to make it look more interesting? Because this is purely just the storage room. Now, I have considered just maybe doing this. Just to add a little bit more depth to it. I don't know what you guys think about it. Even though just looking at it like this, it doesn't add much. But then on top of each of these, we can do a little bit. Eventually, we can put either a flower pot or a candle or something on each of them. We can obviously vary it, But I think just to bring a little bit of color into the area, we can maybe put flower pots up there. I will go and have a look if I've got any flower pots. But if I don't, I do know that I've got I do have clay, so I can easily make flower pots. Now let's see. I don't think this is going to be enough. I'm going to still need another one at least, or two. And we do have some tough. It's just use it to do that. All right. Let me clear out a little bit of my inventory and just throw these stone tie blocks in here to be sorted. So for now, I don't have anywhere to put the coarse dirt, but I do have a plan where I'm going to put it. But I think this is it for today's stream. We've basically filled in all the walls, we've filled in the ceiling. The filter system is working currently. It's only the cobble deep slate that's got enough items in to switch the light on, but that light will just tell us that we've got a decent bit. Oh my goodness. My roof is burning. This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. This is definitely not good. So how far can the lava actually put things on fire? Because now I thought I am ready to log off. But apparently the lava has decided, no, you need to be on for a few more minutes and fix your ceiling before I burn it down completely. So I'm not sure, is this maybe far enough? You see, the problem is once this ceiling starts burning, it's not gonna stop until it's pretty much all burnt down. Let's just go one more layer like that. I believe. Well, I have to believe that that is going to be good enough. I have to believe that's good enough. All right. Everyone that's still in the chat, remember, if you enjoyed this, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Just let me know that you have enjoyed this little stream. And in the next one, we are going to, well, I don't know, maybe we need to bring down a few pots, just decorate, and then we need to work on this little area right here, but I don't particularly want to work on this area right now, because eventually we're going to finish digging out this hole, and then I've got a plan or an idea or something that I want to do, which is going to be mega big, and this will need to blend into that whole build if I can find a way to do it. So I think the next stream we are going to, well, we might come down here with a little bit of decoration, not too much. I might do only like one, or I'll bring it down one. We'll see. I think we will see about that. So everyone, those of you still in the chat, thank you so much for sticking with this stream up until the very end. I really do appreciate you. Now, a few things before we leave. As I said, if you enjoyed this stream, remember to subscribe to the channel so that you can get notified when I go live. Remember to like the stream. I mean, that tells me that you have enjoyed it. And then finally, channel memberships are open. You are welcome to join, but upfront, there's nothing special to it yet. Joining as a channel member, that is just purely at the moment to support the channel and help me grow the channel. If you do not want to become a member, that's perfectly fine. I just appreciate your watch time and you actually just being in the stream. But then you can do me one other favor and just share the stream with your friends. Anybody you know that might be interested to watch these streams, just share the stream with them and see if they maybe pop in one time or another. And that's it. I want to bid you farewell. Thank you for watching. Have a good day or a good evening further. I will definitely catch you all in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.